Okay, let's go ahead and get started. The next session in here is utilizing agrobiodiversity, breeding for diversity, resilience, and in situ conservation. And this is a follow-up to the previous session, which was on accessing agrobiodiversity. And of course, most practitioners who care about agrobiodiversity are both seeking to access it, but then also thinking about what to do with it. So I think the two sessions make a nice compendium. And this session will be recorded as a webinar, not as a live webinar, but a webinar to be broadcast later and shared. So when you come up to ask questions, please go to the microphone so that your question is actually recorded. We have 3 speakers. I know it doesn't look like that, but we do, because Veronique is going to clone herself and represent her coworker Estelle, who couldn't be with us today. Really in sharing stories of utilization of agrobiodiversity, utilization implies using, but embedded within that is how do we use agrobiodiversity to serve our needs while also keeping agrobiodiversity alive. And I've always been fascinated with the perspective, there's how many varieties do we have, how many varieties have been lost, how many organic seed choices do people have. But when we drill down a little bit further, what is the diversity within each of those varieties? What is the diversity of people managing those varieties? What is the worldwide diversity versus the diversity on my farm versus the diversity within my seed network? So there are a lot of lenses to look through, and I'm rambling on a bit because I see more people coming in, and I am pleased to see some collective momentum for the session. So with that, I would like to start by introducing Veronique Chable. Veronique joins us from INRA. It's a research institute in France. I've had the pleasure to get to know Veronique as she's involved in a couple of very innovative research projects and networking projects throughout Europe. One is called DiversiFood and another one, LiveSeed. And very much I see the work that Veronique is doing parallel to the work at OSA of striving to develop networks and methodologies for breeding that are highly participatory, that share knowledge openly, and conserve biodiversity on our farms and in our foods. Veronique is a senior scientist at INRA. She's worked in participatory research with organic farmers in the frame of several European seed networks over the last 20 years. She has coordinated EU projects since 2007. And through multi-actor and transdisciplinary approaches, these programs evaluate and enrich the diversity of cultivated plants within diverse agroecosystems in order to increase their performance, resilience, and quality. This research is rediscovering genetic resources of species and developing adapted diversity management and plant breeding for organic agriculture and marginal or specific conditions. So with that, I'm going to invite Veronique to come up and talk about crop diversity for organic agriculture in Europe. Thanks.
Good afternoon, everybody. So I will begin by a presentation of a European project mostly involved in political aspect of management of genetic resources and to introduce a community seed bank in a broader network of political management of
I know it's hard. You have to like
of the diversity. So I am speaking in the name of 4 people involved in this aspect of the project from 3 countries, France, Belgium, and Italy. This project is Dinaversity, so the name is Dynamic Seed Networks for Managing European Diversity. We have 11 partners representing 4 countries, but also a platform of actors representing 9 countries and international organizations. So he was asked by the Commission to be able to better manage all the actors involved in genetic resources in Europe. So in Europe, our context of the 20th century is strong agricultural policy for industrialization of agriculture. And in parallel, there is an organization of ex situ genetic resources conservation, which had been put in place during this same period of industrialization of agriculture. So, but recently, we have an increased demand of organic sector for diversity, and we have the emergence of a collective organization in Europe for managing this agrobiodiversity. So our challenge in considering the story of the European Genetic Resources Programme from its beginning, we observe the emergence of a new paradigm in Europe to switch from conservation to a more broad approach, which is community agrobiodiversity management. And we began during our previous project that I had managed for 4 years between 2015 and 2019, which is DiversiFood. And we are also in the framework of a national organization which are working together to develop a new European network from many actors to redrawing seed policies. These seed policies have now been conceived by industrial agriculture and this system. So our action within a European organic movement to build a resilient and high-quality food. High-quality food is very important in Europe, mainly in France and Italy. It is based on cultivated diversity, and what is important for us, it is multi-actor and participatory research. We are networks of researchers, farmers, and other actors involved in organic agriculture. I began this research at the same time in my institution, but also building with the farmers a seed network. I was building with them the seed association and the network. I have in a both place, and tomorrow we will show you how we are working within the Brassica project. So this multi-actor participatory research began with the farmer in the 2000s, but we were funded by the European Commission from the 2007 during several research programs in Europe. We are a continuous activity in this way. And the last research framework program is named Horizon 2020, and the general objective for the food security and sustainable agriculture, we can find the keyword high quality food, biological diversity. And it's very important for us to have this keyword because we have worked within the previous framework with the Commission to make more important this keyword and to be able to work better for the next project. So it is also a kind of participatory research with the European Commission because our networks are very involved with the Commission and decided the evolution of the research program. So we are working in organic agriculture, but at the same way in diversity. We cannot disconnect the increase of performance of organic agriculture and diversity of the agro-ecosystem. The problem of the modern agriculture is the monoculture, is a reduction in the diversity and the simplification of the food system. We cannot have very efficient organic agriculture without diversity, but at each level, at the level of the seed, at the level of the field and agronomic system, but also at the social level and the market level. So for us, it all is linked, and we are working for several projects. So for the three of them, can name Solibam. It was the first project in which participatory research has demonstrated its efficiency for develop diversity. DiversiFood just ended, and we are working together in live seed this time, and Moniska Mesmer is the coordinator of this project. So the university, this project mostly devoted of the political aspect takes place after Diversity Food, but also another project in which we were involved is a preparatory action requested by the DG Agri and of the European Commission to think about the future of the genetic resources in Europe. So their recommendation is to have a place for a national platform, but also a European platform to decide to make progress the access of genetic resources and to facilitate communication at the European level. So the main stakeholders are farmers association, community seed bank, and other civil organizations, but also gene banks and the seed authority and relevant ministry. Within the university, we have all these kind of people to be able to discuss all together. And the specific objective of this project is also to provide an updated definition of the concept of in situ, ex situ, and farm conservation based on the history of agriculture, our seed, the recent history. And also to have collective action and networking about genetic resources, promoting the development of community seed banks. This community seed bank is a common name of what it is a result of the collective action in a region, a department with the farmer and other actors. We began to think about what we need of seed, and more or less we are organizing this form of community seed bank where we can store seeds, we can develop participatory plant breeding, we can develop also new form of market and to connect better to the consumer, and we name all that community seed bank. Sometimes there is a house where we have we can meet the people involved in this action, but perhaps we have no physical place. We need also a better link between ex situ and in situ conservation community. I will show in the next presentation that we need lots of genetic resources because they have lost their intrinsic diversity, so we have to work with lots of samples, and it is difficult to ask to the gene banks many samples, so we need to have a more easier way to discuss and to work with them. And we try to create this sharing knowledge and experience platform to maintain all the actors involved in diversity in Europe in this kind of group to be able to make evolve as the regulation and the functioning of genetic resources. So the beginning of the genetic resources conservation in Europe began in the Eastern Europe with the Vavilov Institute, a very well-known institute in Leningrad, but also they continue with the Soviet Union in the first part of the 20th century. Southern Europe and Northern Europe also was early involved in genetic resources conservation, mainly with the gene bank in Bari and the Nordic Gene Bank. And in other places in Europe, we are waiting for the European Commission initiative by a European research program at the end of the 18th. And mainly the main objective of the people wanting to have more genetic availability of genetic resources is to find gene resistance for the disease emerging in Europe in the late 17th. It's very interesting that the name gene banks is very linked to this research of gene for resistance, for disease resistance. It is not to conserve the diversity. The main aim at the beginning is to find the right gene to progress for our conventional agriculture. And we have kept this mind until now that genetic resources at institutional level is mainly to find genes. All the organization is based on this aspect. And our objective is not at all this objective is to find again the diversity for the farmer, but in this way of ex situ conservation, we have lost most of the information. It is the knowledge of the farmer who have bred these genetic resources. So we have all our organization is to find again this knowledge. So and at the beginning, the plant breeding sector was very involved in the management, in the organization of the genetic resources, and a group of plant breeders is Ocarpia. Ocarpia is still working in Europe, organizing many workshops and congress, and they defend the organization of ex situ conservation of genetic resources. And the New Gene Bank were organized since their action, and they were supported by the European Commission. But meanwhile, for the farmers who wanted to work for more diversity, they organized themselves in network to try to manage collectively land races, local variety, and they try also to create new population, because we are in the very strong context of seed law in Europe. All marketing varieties should be registered in the European catalogue. In France, this catalogue is working since 1949, and all the varieties marketing in Europe should be distinct, uniform, and stable. And at the beginning of the 2000s, the question was what kind of seed and research for organic agriculture, because we had in parallel regulation for organic production. We were asked to produce organic with organic seed as soon as 2001. And it was very difficult at the beginning to find organic seed in Europe. So the farmers was stimulating to organize themselves to find a way to produce their own seeds. And what is not easy in Europe, it is the complexity of seed system. Even if we are, it's very simple to think that all seeds should be marketing after registration in the catalogue. We have, in fact, 15 directives for each kind of species, and they are applied differently in each different country. So Europe is not uniform. We have a different way of application of this regulation. So it's very difficult for people to understand all our seed regulation. And the complexification is going on, because with organic, the need of organic seed, there is also now the seed sector who are working for organic breeding. So we need also different way of registration the varieties. So for conventional agriculture, we need only DOS criteria, but also value for cultivation and use. And this values for cultivation is determined by conventional agriculture. And the first variety bred for organic agriculture didn't find place for commercialization, because we cannot be able to register this variety because they cannot fit to conventional agriculture in the trial for the registration. So the people work to have a specific VCU, value for cultivation and use for organic agriculture, to be able to register organic variety. So this is a level of complexification. As the next level of complexification, we negotiate to be able to have heterogeneous variety. So we are now working mainly within Live Seed to prepare a toolbox for the seed regulator to imagine how we can market heterogeneous variety and to register them. So you see, in Europe, it's not very easy. So, but for some farmers, it's not a problem, because we are working in a network. And since the end of the 19th in France, for Famer Baker, for example, they were looking for land races to make good bread. And from the experience, also farmers began for maize, tomato, brassica. And in 2003, we were ready to build a network of this seed initiative. In Italy, we have the same evolution with people try to make their own seed. In Spain, and this morning we have the experience of Esther involved also in Red Decemilia. And now, at the European level, since 2020, we have a European coordination for Let's Liberate Diversity, which coordinates all the seed network in Europe. And we are organizing ourselves to answer to our question of the need of organic seed. So you see, you have in one hand, we have the farmers that they have organic themselves, and the other hand, there is the evolution of seed regulation and the organic variety. So it's a very complex system. It is why we need a place where to discuss all together and to speak about the diversity in Europe. So the French Seed Network has now 90 seed associations in France. We cover all the country. We have 2 in Brittany, the region where I am coming. Our coordination Let's Liberate Diversity has now 12 members. This is a mistake because there is new members and 9 European countries. So it's a place where we discuss our knowledge and how we to communicate better also to the consumer. So the list of our members from several countries, Scotland, Switzerland, France, Italy, Romania, and the last one, EGLOP, is from Greece. So we are covering many kinds of environment in Europe. So the main objective of our coordination is to make farmers to meet each other, to recover their knowledge and to train each other, because, as I explained at the beginning, we have succeeded to save seed in gene bank, but we have not saved the knowledge, and the knowledge is much more important than the seed. So our richness, our network, it is our knowledge. So we have 2 kinds of events. We have event on the farm, and event for the consumer. The event of the farm are named Let's Cultivate Diversity, so for the practitioners and the farmers, and the other one, Let's Liberate Diversity, targeted to general public and citizen. So the Let's Liberate Diversity, we will have an event in Italy very soon, in May, and it is managed by the university because we need money to do that, and we included in each project 1 or 2 events of Let's Liberate Diversity to have the money to pay our meeting. And the 2 last, Let's Cultivate Diversity in farm, one in Belgium in 2017 and in Denmark in 2019, where in another European project, the name was Cerere. It is a network of cereal people working on cereal from seed to plates, and we succeed to introduce 2 events in this project. And diversity in that is supporting the capacity of our network and initiative to manage genetic diversity in more dynamic and participatory way, and promoting their use for the future. Also, we have several kinds of activity. For example, we are writing a book for a large public, and also we are trying to work with the CSA, to national park, to involve people who are not involved before in the diversity to increase diversity. And management within our group, we are not only conserving diversity, we are not conserving the landrace like we found them, but we make them evolve mainly in the context of the climate change. But we are also involved in innovation and research within participatory plant breeding, but not only involved in the field, but also in the food. And we have also cooker with us to develop new kind of diversity, because the story is not only patrimony, but we have to create the heritage for the next generation. We can be innovative and create new way of cultivating and preparing food. We are also organizing the sharing of our seed, and also we are thinking to seed marketing, because many farmers now wish to have diversity in their field, but they don't feel enough to have the competencies to breed seed or to have time to breed seed. So we should be able to distribute in small area around the farmer who are involved in breeding the result of our work. So we are thinking now how to do that. So community agrobiodiversity management have many components. So if we have on-farm conservation, but very few, we have mainly decentralized participatory research. We are connecting with informal seed system. We have community seed bank, but also we make emerge small seed enterprise. We are during diversity. We have described and we have counted the number of community seed banks we have in our territory. We have plenty of them, but with different objectives. In the east part of Europe, we are mainly seed saver, but in the western part, we have mainly farmer breeder. Tomorrow, I will speak about Colcos, one of the seed association in Brittany. And 2 years ago, I went with farmer with tryptolane, mainly involved in cereal. So we can meet the farmer also and the researcher everywhere. And we are stimulating mainly the rediscovering of underutilized crop and forgotten crop from many ways. And we have collective experimentation to evolve, to measure the interest of this underutilized crop, and there is thousands accession in the gene bank of this underutilized crop. For 2 years ago, we were there to speak with the farmer of tryptolane about the minor cereal and how we are evaluating rivet wheat, spelt, einkorn, rye, buckwheat, and millet for different kind of using. We are developing 5 kinds of products: the flour, bread, pancake, pasta, biscuit, from all this minor cereal. But at the same time, we have also to be connected more closer to the consumer, because they don't know these products, they don't know this species, and it is a job on the field, on the kitchen, but also on the market to better explain what is the product. And tomorrow we will speak in detail what we are doing within Colcos. We are at the same time rediscovering, for example, le chou de l'Orient. It is a very traditional cabbage in Brittany. But also we are creating new brassica. It is one form between broccoli, violet cauliflower, and sprouting broccoli. We have the taste of sprouting broccoli, but the appearance of violet cauliflower. But mainly, and the farmer is developing this kind of new brassica because they are involved in breeding, and they are passionate of breeding, so they are creating new brassica species. So we will explain our activity tomorrow. But in Brittany, between our 2 associations, is emerging the needs of to sell seeds to the other people. And a campaign was organized last year. It is the Brittany Seed for Future, to explain what the seed association are doing. And it is a way to prepare our next macro enterprise of seed. But it will be at the middle of the seed association, because we will sell at the same time seed from Colcos and seed from tryptolane. So the importance of our networking and what is supported by the university is the communication between all the stakeholders, because the other system, the dominant and reductionist system, is still power, and they are consolidating also the seed and food industry. So we are in parallel. So at the European Commission, it's not easy to discuss with both trends. And it is also to have it is a crucial, we have a crucial role to involve the other social actors to develop organic seed system with consumer, farmer, practitioner, researcher, and technician, and to also support and to make know our participatory and decentralized plant breeding. And it is also a work to do within our research center. Is not an evidence for them that we are efficient, so we have to show the result on the field, we have to show the result on the market to make know that participatory research is very efficient. Thanks for your attention.
Do we have any quick questions? From anyone? Shall we keep going? Go ahead. There you go. Yeah, you turn it up and then wait a second, I think.
Well, can I just ask it, or no, because it's being tabled? So I was just wondering if it's possible to access seed from the seed banks that were on that map of the EU community seed banks?
The community seed bank, we are covering most. You want to see the map before?
Well, I'm just.
If it's possible to access seed.
Yes. There is a website dedicated to this community seed bank. The address is in the bottom of my map. No, the upside. You have the address there. No, after you need to join the different community seed bank, and so it is a map to know who is doing what, and after we have to connect to people because we are not. There is nobody behind this. We have prepared this website during Diversifood, but Diversifood is ending, so now we have no more means. It was Arkenoa behind this activity.
Are you familiar with regulations that make it hard for people in the US to buy seed in Europe, to order seed?
There is no problem, I think. Yeah, we can send all the seed we want. And the seed from the farmer, some seed of Jean Martial, who is there, are already in your field. Michaela have sown his seed there, so there is no problem. We can exchange within the association. The seed regulation are not applicable. It is why we are free to organize ourselves as we want, because the catalog is only for marketing seed. As soon as we are not marketing seed, we are free.
Yeah, it's very nice presentation. I just wondering, what's your relationship with your national gene bank? I think most of the country on the map, they have the national gene bank.
Yes, so the gene bank are organized per species. For example, in my country, in my research center, it is a Brassica gene bank. It was my first job when I arrived, when I was a young engineer. My first job was to organize the Brassica gene bank. So it was very easy for me at the south. And when we need, I began by Brassica because I know very well what we have in the bank. So we have all the seed come back in the field. Yeah.